talk about, I want to answer all the questions. I just very quickly want to talk about something you touched on, mental health.
Sure.
I've been thinking about it, what you said.
Yeah.
On my own, I don't want to say struggles, but just very quickly, those of your listeners know, or the audience. I mean, I've been, aside from as many of us with the backgrounds and combat places we've been and the bad experiences, I've had personal trauma. I lost my sister and my daughter. Same time, going through a divorce. A lot of bad things happening. Frankly, I was in a very bad place. I was saved, I think, by luck. I think if I didn't have the coping mechanisms, if I was more junior, if I'd come out of the military more junior in rank, if I didn't have the education that I'd been given, or the background, or just the wasta of being able to go to the VA and say, I'm not happy with this or that, I would have been lost. And I don't know what had happened. I'm not saying, and that disturbs me. It's, I'm good. I feel whole, but I think about how, I'll just use an example. When I was on this show and we talked about mental health, and I said, look, I've tried, I've come off, I've got to be careful about this because, like a lot of us, I was diagnosed with, combat stress, whatever, and prescribed Zoloft in all good intentions. But it didn't feel like it was helping me, and I didn't like the thought of putting those. So I talked to you guys about, hey, I tried cannabis in a state where it was legal, and then I get a call when the show is aired about my security clearance, and a very kind of threatening email,
Yep.
and a series of interviews that were not pleasant. And I think I'm talking about solutions here.
Right.
I'm saying I needed help. What I was getting wasn't helping. That's not necessarily my fault. I found something that did help and no harm to someone else, and it was legal, and yet I'm facing loss of security clearance.
Right.
That's everyone's biggest nightmare. That's
Right.
why guys don't come
Right.
forward.
Right.
And it's just happened to me. So anyone who says
And they tell you it doesn't happen.
Right.
That's
it
what they say.
Fucking happens.
Right.
Okay.
That's
And I'm
that's the
sober.
that's the
Yeah.
line. That's the
No,
line.
it-
Is
so
that doesn't happen
that
anymore.
scares. Okay, so I'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right. If hopefully I don't lose my security clearance. But
Yeah.
the fact that's even a discussion.
Yeah.
I didn't beat my wife.
Yeah.
I didn't.
That's what you call a witch hunt,
Exactly,
right? That
yeah.
the U.S. government's combing.
That's
through
what they
podcasts.
combed. That's what they got out
Yeah.
of this.
But
right.
and that's the thing is that, a lot of veterans go, I don't want to go to the VA. I don't want to get treated for post-traumatic stress because of red
You
flag
get a
laws.
stigma. You get absolutely there is a stigma.
Because of red flag laws,
Yeah.
because of this, because of that, and then but
you-
the thing is, it's real,
Yeah, and but if you're looking for,
right?
because I don't know. Everyone's got a point at which they cannot sustain any more grief.
To
Right.
behave like
I
you're,
came to
you're,
that
a,
point.
you're a SATA threat because you tried marijuana to treat some of the issues
Right.
you're
Because
dealing with.
I'm struggling
Right.
with grief from loss of my
Right.
daughter, sister.
Look, if you
So,
would have come
yeah.
on and you said, "Well, I'm pounding a fifth of Jack a night," nobody would have said shit to you, probably. You know what I mean? Like it's one
Well,
of those
no.
things.
In fairness, that would have been a problem too.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But my point is, the impetus wasn't, Andy.
Right.
You're having problems. How can we help?
Right.
It was, let me go after you
Right.
for your security clearance,
Right.
because you just fucking
And
admitted
drag
to
you
having
into
problems.
a room and interrogate
Right.
you.
And I
about
said
it.
something. I didn't say it to. I'd rather keep that secret. But my point is, we're talking about stuff that other people are probably dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We know
all
they
of us,
are.
We all of us have had multiple friends who've taken their lives.
Yeah.
And we can't.
Yeah.
We can say, hey, that we can try and rationalize it, but all of it. It isn't a fucking coincidence.
Yeah.
That is happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And so did they come after you for talk about the post-traumatic stress? Did they talk to you? Did they come after you for the cannabis?
It's just all about. There's nothing about how I am. There's nothing about. Hey, are you thinking about suicide? Which I'm not. it was all the cannabis. I wish I can. I'm not going to show you the emails, but
Maybe this is speculation, Andy, but did you feel that it was really about the cannabis, or it was about the things we were doing in Ukraine and the Mozart group, and that this was a sort of retaliation?
could be. Yeah, good point.
And the other thing is
Yeah, because it would be absurd if it was.
is somebody in OPM watching every fucking episode of ours to see if somebody had missed us
Maybe
doing something?
maybe at this point.
No, this was a few months after it came out, but someone had gone trolling, looking. It's almost as though someone had come looking for shit on me, which is, you can find plenty of shit on me on the internet. I mean, I was essentially a public figure.
Yeah.
Is that how that shit works? Like some fucking, poor guy who was a Lance Corporal in the Marine Corps does a podcast and he admits that he used cannabis to deal with PTSD, and they're gonna shake him down over.
That's what I wonder.
Like, is
That's
that
what
is that how it
except
works?
he probably wouldn't have a security clearance. I
Right.
don't know. I
Well,
don't
he
know.
might,
Yeah.
depending on what his job was.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on Discord,